K-pop and soft power. This week, the Paral *Lel 62 venue hosted a K-pop concert that sold out 1,500 tickets in a minute. K-pop is highly produced Korean music, with spectacular choreography, captivating videos, and the singer's commanding stage presence, perfectly aligned with Korean dramas and films. This latest concert is a clear example of that. Soft power. Soft power uses culture, in this case music, to project South Korea as a key strategic power in the future of international affairs and as a country entirely distinct from North Korea. Since 1963, the two Koreas have used sonic propaganda as part of their psychological warfare strategy, and K-pop has been the most lethal weapon lately. Since June 2024, when North Korea launched balloons filled with garbage and South Korea blasted K-pop over loudspeakers. And I say it has been the most destructive music because it has led young people in North Korea to pirate these addictive and highly exportable songs. It is clear that K-pop functions as a mechanism of soft power because it articulates a highly calculated combination of aesthetics, language, and emotional imagery that operates beyond explicit politics. In the case of the theme Way Back Home, this mechanism is evident in the performance of Sean, one of the singers who performed at the concert. The song retains the verses in Korean, but the chorus is in English, making it the emotional anchor for global audiences. It's not just a linguistic decision. It's a sound design strategy that maximizes international circulation without abandoning its origins. It functions as a musical artifact and as a vector of symbolic projection, as a promise of modernity, stylized romanticism, and accessible cosmopolitanism. Pure fallacy. Behind this entire project, the singers suffer labor exploitation, aesthetic pressure, denial of privacy, mental health problems, which in some cases lead to suicide, and the financial interests of entertainment companies. This model embodies a political logic that revolves around the ability to influence and seduce with highly consumable cultural forms that create an ecosystem that transcends the strictly musical sphere. Way Back Home, it is a paradigmatic example because it shows the extent to which a simple theme acts as a device for global effective attachment, making millions of listeners and fans from all over the world come into contact with Korean and South Korean values without perceiving it as an act of projection and political interests, even though it is. From a critical perspective, it's important to note that this success isn't spontaneous, but rather the result of an institutional infrastructure that has learned to modulate cultural products to make them effective in highly competitive markets. The risk, if not nuanced, is confusing the emotional power of music with cultural neutrality, when in reality it's part of a sophisticated and highly targeted cultural diplomacy. However, from an analytical standpoint, it's precisely this tension between apparent authenticity and industrial engineering that makes K-pop songs useful for understanding how international influence is exerted through music today.